Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm starting off this video with no makeup, which means we're gonna play with new stuff. And I'm really excited because I got this baby over here. This is the Physicians Formula Butter Collection with Case Holmes. And I love her. She is so sweet and genuine. And if you have no idea who she is, I'd be surprised, but this is what she looks like. Tell me these shades are not freaking pretty. The day that it launched, I was like, okay, I really need it. And then I thought I had like missed it and that they were all sold out, but when I went in, they were sold out, so I had to get it like ASAP. So I figured start off the video once again, showing you guys no makeup and then how I transform myself with new makeup items. And I'm gonna use pretty much every single thing in this like little kit. By the way, I was so curious the first time around that I saw that Physicians Formula had this scent and it smells so good. This is the Butter Paradise. Oh, if they had like a huge size, I don't think that they do, but if they did, I would get it. If you know that they do for sure, let me know. My face is nice and clean and we're gonna get into it. I'm gonna use this product right here, which I've been loving. I used a few times. Pixie sent this to me. This is the Pixie Skin Treats Rose Glow Mist and it has 7 flower oils. I love it. I have other more expensive skin mists and this is totally my favorite. I've worn it with no makeup on and it just applies this kind of glow to your skin, but it also hydrates it. So I've been using this. Then I'm gonna go in with this baby right here. This is the Physicians Formula Spotlight Illuminating Primer. So I have used this as well. I do like that it gives you like a little bit of luminosity. A little goes a long way because when it's too much, it's too much. This is what it looks like. It's like a moisturizer, but it's a primer. And I just dab it everywhere and blend it in. Now that I'm clearly glowing, I'm gonna go ahead and apply some foundation. This one is the Charlotte Tilbury Magic Foundation. I usually like to pump 1 or 2 pumps in the back of my hand, but as you guys can see, you guys know from the Instagram stories, if you follow me, I woke up like this. So I'm just going to pop maybe a little bit here. I don't really do this, so I hope I'm not applying too much foundation, and then a little bit there. That might be a lot. And then I'm going to use my trusty microfiber sponge by Juno & Co. This one is obviously the pink one. And it really is much softer than the blue one. Although the blue one is totally like, I still use the blue one a lot because it's so my favorite. So I am going to just blend this out to my neck. And then we'll move on with the rest of the face. For concealer, I'm going to use my Tarte Shape Tape. I feel like I stopped using this for a little while because I've been trying other concealers, but this is still my favorite. I still go back to it, and I used it the other day and I noticed that I really had to like wiggle in there to get product. So I ended up placing another order for this concealer because I can't go without it. I'm gonna use the blue sponge to blend out my concealer. And this is my favorite concealer because, I mean, the coverage, it blends out amazingly. And then, I mean, it doesn't hurt that it smells so good. Then I'm going to use my Pretty Vulgar setting powder and I'm going to set and I'm going to bake this for a little bit. I know a lot of times people ask me, what is my trick to a bright under eye? That's really it. I like to apply a little bit of concealer, blend that out, but it needs to be a good concealer that gives you really good coverage. And then apply a good powder. Now the Airspun is really good as well. So there are cheaper alternatives to the powders that I do use, but you can just leave it under there. What it's gonna do is it's gonna absorb any of the oils and any of like the fluids in your concealer. That way when you brush it off, you're good to go and all you have is like this airbrushed kind of, I don't know, like perfect bright under eye. I'm gonna move on to the eyes. As you guys can see, this baby is like dry, okay? So I'm doing the same thing. I'm wiggling in here trying to make sure that I get some product out, and I am going to prime my lids. All right, let's move on to the fun stuff. You guys, if you've been following me for a while, you know I love me some eyeshadows. So let's see, I think I want to use this white shade. That's the only thing about this box. It's beautiful, I love it. but it's like hard to put up and show you guys. I'm gonna use this white vanilla shade, and I'm gonna set my lids completely. I don't do this every single time. I used to, but I feel like, I don't know, like I've grown out of it, but since there is a vanilla shade, we're gonna use that. I'm then gonna dive into the second shade here. The name is No Filter. We're gonna dive into that. There is a kick up, as you guys can kind of see. I don't mind that if the pigmentation is there. And to be honest, this is my first introduction to any Physician Formula eyeshadows. So this is, okay, so there's a lot of pigmentation going on over here. So I am going to apply this on my crease, blow it out. Wow, okay, this is way more pigmented than I thought it was gonna be. I decided to just apply this all over my lid as well, and we'll just build color on top of that. This little palette over here is getting a little heavy for my hand. Okay, and then I'm scared to dive into this shade here just because it looks the same but deeper. So I am going to kind of apply that directly on my crease without really blending it out. I'm just gonna add some depth. And then I'm gonna grab a clean brush and blend out the edges. By the way, these are so pigmented, you need to be super careful, like super careful, cause it got out of control a little too fast for me, I would say. So just, we're gonna make this work. Although I would totally just rock this look with like lashes and a wing for sure. I want to use a kind of eyeshadow brush, and I really want to try this green shade over here, but I also want to apply the highlighter on my lids. So I'm gonna dive into this highlighter first, and I am going to apply this on the inner corner and then a good portion of my lid, so a little bit, like 1/3. These are super buttery. I do like them, and they blend really well. As you can see, they're like super pigmented. So if at any point you have this and you go overboard like I did, it's like really easy to kind of fix it. And you know what? I decided I'm going to apply that highlight shade all over my lid because the green, I don't think it's gonna come off really well on top of the kind of burnt red orange shade. So I'm gonna apply the highlighter all over the lid and kind of create a base. Now I'm gonna dip into the green shade over here. And we're gonna add this on the outer corner. I will say the green is a very pretty shade, but it's the pigmentation is not like the other shades, like the white or the other two darker shades. Like, is it buildable? It looks like it is, but the pigmentation is not straight up there from the beginning. Now I'm going to dust off our powder from our under eyes. I grabbed a flat definer brush and I dipped it onto the first brown in the little palette. It's called No Filter. Tap out excess because there's a lot of kick up. And then I am going to just apply that under my lash line and smoke it out a bit. I also like to pull, like whenever I do smoke out the bottom, I do like to pull it out a little bit. I feel like it kind of elongates your eyes. I'm gonna grab my trusty liquid liner. This is the NYX Epic Ink Liner, and I'm just going to create a wing really quickly. I am now going to move on to the waterline. I'm going to use this Ardent Monster eyeliner. I think it's like a really good long-lasting eyeliner, and it's super dark and it glides like butter. Now that I'm almost done with the eyes, I did look at them and I feel like it needs a little something, so I am going to tap in to this third shade. It's the darkest shade in here. It's called Tropic Like It's Hot. It is a pencil brush. And I just kind of like tapped in there, and I want to precisely add some more of that color to the crease, like specifically to the crease, just to darken it up a little bit. Okay, there we go. I feel like it gave it the thing that it needed. Now I'm gonna move on to the rest of my face. I am going to use their Butter Bronzer. This is the deep, I think I have this one already. I do know I have a Butter Bronzer, but this is supposed to be their deep shade. It does blend nice. And it is buildable now that I look at it. It is buildable. I can play around with this. Okay, I actually like the bronzer. I feel like this might be the same one I have. I'm not 100% sure. Also, I'm a little space cadet. I totally forgot to apply my mascara, so I'm gonna do that. This is the Physicians Formula, what is this? Lash Contortionist. This is a really good mascara. This is 2 coats on my eyes and I like it because it builds really nicely and it doesn't make them look chunky or anything, so that's awesome. Now I'm gonna move on to my brows because I forgot about those too. And here we have the PYT brow pencil, which has been the one that I've been using since I got it because it's so good. So I am just gonna fill my brows in fairly quickly. Now we're gonna move on to lip blush. And this blush shade is really pretty. I did swatch it. I haven't, in fact, applied it. So we are going to see if I make a mess out of this blush. Like I've done recently in like trials of blushes lately. So I'm just gonna tap. Oh, it gives you a cute little flush. Okay, so patting just a little bit at a time works. Oh, that's a pretty flush. I like that. I like that. And then to highlight. To highlight. We're gonna use this highlighter. Y'all already know what it looks like because I have it on my eyes. It is really, really pretty and super buttery. Look at that. Boom. Such a nice highlighter. Now you guys know I wouldn't be me if I didn't do this, so I am going to use a brush, tap into the highlighter, and highlight my brow bone because I don't know, I just like the way it looks on me. And last but not least, we're gonna use the Muru Muru Butter Lip Cream. This is in the shade Pop the Bubbly. I did swatch this and I was like, oh, it's like a lip balm, but it's so cute. Look, it's cute. And this would work as a topper on another lipstick too, but it also keeps your lipstick super hydrated. And it smells like, I don't know, I get a hint of like pineapple. This is the final look I created using the Physicians Formula Butter Collection collaboration with Case Holmes. I liked everything. Stunning, amazing. These 3 shades here, freaking amazing. You just have to really be careful on how you're using it because it's easy to overdo, but the pigmentation, the blendability is like spot on, spot on. My critique on the green is, although it is an amazingly beautiful shade, you really have to work to get color payoff out of it. Like that was me really going at it and that's the color payoff. But if I do one swatch, this is what I got. See what I'm saying? Like one swipe, this is what I got. So that's my critique. I wish that the green was as buttery and pigmented as these here. I know it's a shimmer shade and sometimes it can tend to be a little hard to come up with the perfect formula for it. That way it'll be just like the matte ones. But it is possible because we already know there are like ColourPop and other brands that are like super affordable, like this, and can get a green right. Then with regards to the lip balm, beautiful shade, smells amazing. I actually really like this and will be like adding this to my purse because I see myself using this very often. The only thing is with mine, if I twist it up and I want to twist it down, it doesn't go back down. I don't know why. So I had to do one of these to make sure it went back down. I'm still gonna use it. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just like, I don't know. Maybe there's something wrong with the mechanism, but I don't know. It kind of bugs me that it won't go down on its own. All right, guys, that is a wrap for this video. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. If you ended up getting the collection as well, let me know if you feel the same. Which of the items in this collection is your favorite, or is like everything absolutely stunning and you're like, nope, everything works for me perfectly. All right, as per usual, my social media platforms are right here. Make sure you go follow me there. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys on the next video. Bye.